Ladies and gentlemen, not you either. Not you, you're the ugly one in the back. You drive too hard. You like how hard they drive. That's even weirder. I am Crypto Creek, #Jack. No, yeah. Coming at you live from the Agents of Calamity podcast, available on the internet, dude. The Facebook group, you can find it on Facebook, Agents of Calamity group. Instagram, hit us up at AOC_operatives, the tweeter, the twatter, the twits, the tits, the who gives two shits, whatever, that's AOC operatives as well. One of them has an underscore, one does not. That's up for you to figure out. Only geniuses here. And I'm not alone.
Welcome. It's your local pond scum, figment of your imagination, Frank Juan 570, trying to raise my social credit score by promoting blue microphones and probably HP fucking laptop or something. I don't know.
Thought you were gonna say HPV. That's gonna be like
HPV. That's coming right after the monkeypox. But you can find me at FrankJuan570 on the Instagram, owned by Meta, aka Mark Zuckerberg. So please sign up for a Facebook account or an Instagram account and let them know Frank Juan recommended you. Trying to get my points up. Thank you very much.
I don't know what this is about. How you been, Frank? How you doing? How you been?
Dude, ever since CERN was turned on, I'm just feeling like I'm on a different path, different timeline.
Hasn't CERN been turned on?
No, they turned it off, then turned it on.
What happened? Something not go right? Flip the switch.
Look, Europe's on fire. It's really hot. Fires all over Spain. Fires all over Europe.
Is it true?
Russia's still bombing Kiev in the Ukraine, and it's just gonna escalate, man. The world's on fire.
The world is on fire. How about yours?
I'm waiting for the Build Back Better.
The world's on fire. How about you? That's a song. I'm pretty sure.
Build Back Better?
No, what I just said. The world's on fire. How about yours? Something.
I don't know.
It's like a Shrek song.
No. I'm just
fuck that.
Dude, you need to get that taken care of. For all we know, that could be monkeypox. I'm just here trying to await the Great Reset.
What is the Great Reset? Now you're scaring me here a little bit. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's a real thing, promoted by the World Economic Forum.
What is with you and this social score shit all of a sudden? Were you watching a horror movie and you got inspired?
Yeah, dude, I was all about the social score back in 2014 when China launched their beta version of it.
Yeah, but we don't do it here. We're not in China, friend.
How do you not?
I know we're not in China. Don't try to tell me we're in China.
We're not in China, but dude, we're on the verge of a Great Reset. Everything's gonna change.
I don't get that though, man.
The Great Reset.
Yeah, what is the Great Reset?
It's where everyone lives a great life, and we own nothing. The only people that own things and us will be the powers that be.
So you're saying that's the takeover of the rich over the poor? Like, why do they want our shit?
First, we gotta cleanse the weak, the eld, and the unforgiving.
That's called The Purge. That's a movie again, Frank. You're confusing Black Mirror and The Purge.
No. We started The Purge with the pandemic. So we just need to...
That killed the old people, though.
Right. And it's killing young people.
And
the monkeypox is gonna kill the people in the middle.
Yeah, but only your friends got the fucking monkeypox. That dude with the finger you guys were talking about, he had it in his finger.
Oh, that dude's like an alien.
Did you ever get that fixed?
That scared the shit out of Agent Snow.
I know, he hated it.
That was weird.
Well, I seen the picture though. I'll blame him.
You never heard of the Great Reset? We're on the Agenda 2030 timeline.
Alright, well, they just blew up the fucking Georgia Guidestones, bro.
That's part of the reset.
Really?
What did the Guidestones tell us at the end? The world.
I don't know. They blew them up, dude.
The world's only capable of sustaining 500 million people.
So, what is this reset a real thing, or are you talking about?
No, you hear everyone talking about the reset. Hillary, Obama, Trudeau,
I've never heard
Biden.
Any of those people talk about.
Dude, look at any news. Build Back Better is part of the Great Reset. You've heard about Build Back Better, right?
I heard Bill Belichick. He was a coach for
Patriots.
Patriots.
Is it?
The Patriots.
Is it the Patriots?
I don't know. I'm just gonna say yeah.
Or is it the Bills?
Okay, I'm gonna go Patriots.
While we're on the Plantation League, fuck the Eagles and the Steelers and the Redskins.
Say what now?
Yeah, dude.
You live in Pennsylvania, and I've seen you in a Redskins shirt, a jersey.
Wow, dude, you can't say that. The little bit few drops of indigenous blood in me just boiled, having you, a Puritan colonizer, say red. I thought we're done with the hate on this
What's the
channel.
name of the team? No, what are they, the fucking gladiators now? Right? Is that what it is?
You sound like a Let's Go Brandon person.
Who is Brandon and why do we have to go?
Why do we have to reset?
I still don't know what this reset is. You can't start over unless you remove everything. So how are you resetting shit?
You make people reliant on you, on the system.
They're already reliant on the system.
I know. In the past 2 years, we gave the governments the green light to do whatever they want. Now we're in the palm of their hands again.
You're very confusing, my man, because we've been in the palms of their hand
since we're born.
Yes, for a very long time.
More so the past 2 years.
And what makes you say that?
Dude, it's obvious, man.
It's not that fucking obvious. I'm asking you how and why.
Why?
Yeah, what the fuck do you mean?
Look at the state of the economy worldwide, not just America. We're on the verge of a new war.
With who? With who?
Russia and China.
Well, Russia has never been our fucking friend to begin with. Why is there people fucking dancing around like they're our buddies all of a sudden, dude? Remember the Cold fucking War, bro?
The Cold War never ended.
No, that's exactly it. We're still at fucking war with that dude.
Yeah, but we've been distracted by like 20, 30 years by Hollywood and entertainers, and we live in this American bubble where we forget stuff happened outside of the world, like outside of America. But to Americans, the world.
There's nothing ever happened outside of America.
Exactly.
There's only, that's it, right? It's just America. And then there's, like, what, some islands out there, right? That's basically it.
Is it?
You tell me. I'm not a geological scientist, doctor.
Geological.
Yeah.
Would that be geopolitical?
That too. I'm not that either. I'm also not a professional woman swimmer. I know that gets often asked, but no.
I'm still confused on how you got AIDS. Because when I was like a little tyke, only 2 kinds of people got AIDS.
Really? Who?
I can't talk
Who?
about that in that nature on this station on YouTube.
Oh, okay. No, I never got AIDS though.
I thought you did.
No. What do you mean?
You said you're dying.
Yeah, not from AIDS, dude.
You joke about it.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
No, why would I have AIDS, dude?
I don't know. We're all being kind to you because we all thought you had AIDS.
Is that the only reason you guys are being nice to me
Yeah,
lately?
because you're a smart, intelligent human being that...
No, it's because you thought I had fucking AIDS?
Well, I did think you had AIDS.
Christ.
Please leave a comment if you thought Kyle was dying of AIDS.
You know how. Send me money. Send me money. If you think I was dying of AIDS, dude.
Cash App, AOC _
No, I don't say that, because what if someone has that, man? They get like a bunch of money, dude. Like, should have been all money.
AOC _ 12345 AIDS fund.
It should have been my AIDS money, Frank.
So you do have AIDS.
No, but if they're gonna send money for it, then it has to exist in some facet that allows me to have and take and use the money. That would be great. It's only fair. It's only fair.
So how's your world been lately?
My world's been construed, sir. Especially now in the last 5 minutes. Now I learned I had AIDS, and we're doing a great reset. And they switched on and off the LHC.
You've never heard of the Great Reset?
No, I've never heard of it. That's why I'm saying. That's when I say to you, it sounds goofy as fuck.
Well, conspiracy theorists have been talking about it for like the past 20 years.
Yeah, but what is it? You have yet to really elaborate on what the fuck it is.
The Great Reset is a hip way of saying the New World Order. We're living in the times of the Great Reset.
So this is the time that the New World Order
is being ushered in by 2030.
Really?
Yeah.
And what's that going to accomplish?
I don't know what it's really going to accomplish. One world government? Everybody working with each other?
Would that be so bad?
No. Like, that's the thing. Would it be so bad to be in a one world government?
That's what I asked you, correct? Would it be that bad if we had one government over the whole world?
But would the government be like the empire?
But what's to stop the government from eventually becoming the empire anyway?
Because it needs all the billions of people in the world, dude.
Well, the empire was billions of people in the galaxy.
Right.
And if all of them can come to agree, the empire handled shit right.
Did they come to agree, though?
I think so.
There was a lot of conflict.
They did the Order fucking 66, dog. Didn't that require approval from the fucking...
But look how many people disagreed with the Empire.
None that lived. None that were... I think at the end there's like 3 of them. There used to be thousands. That doesn't sound like a... It doesn't exactly sound like a successful business model for...
Then why would we want to usher in a new world order?
That's what I'm asking you, Frank. Why would that be a thing?
Control.
They already got it. Rich people already control everything. Do you ever notice at the start of Star Wars, it always says, a long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away?
They meant the Milky Way.
Oh no, I'm just saying that they're saying this a long, long fucking time ago.
The Milky Way.
How do you get the Milky Way from a long, long time ago?
Because I read George Lucas was actually from Andromeda, and he took a space jump to the further extremes of
See
the
the shit I gotta
galaxy.
fucking deal with? I'm trying to ask a simple
And he
question.
was writing a non-fictional story on the other parts of the universe, and he was trying to send us a message of where we don't want to go.
Okay, let's pretend none of that bullshit that you just said ever fucking happened. Because
Actually, you could like get on Google that shit. There's like
Really?
40-page like.
Yeah, but we can see the entirety of the Milky Way just about. So why would that be a long, long time ago?
Because what we can see is different than the perceived time.
Yeah, but if there were Star Destroyers in the Milky Way, we would know. It wouldn't be like a...
Would we know?
Yeah.
We live in a fucking bubble, though.
Yeah,
All we care
we have
about
a-
is like Kardashians and like preacher hats.
If we
In Copenhagen and smokestacks on diesel trucks.
No. You're underestimating the human civilization.
This
Extremely.
goes back to a few episodes of people being woke or just like in bubbles.
Well, it's not being woke, dude. I mean, just think about it. Look how many people every night look up in the sky.
With their phone in hand?
Sure, with their phone in hand, or just look up and wonder. Look how many people get paid for it, like NASA. Look at all the governments of the world that do it too.
Look how many people that look up and go, wow, that's just a dome. That's the firmament.
No one with the
Because
brain is saying
the Earth
that.
is flat.
No one is
There is
saying
a
that.
percentage of people.
Yeah, and they're dumb. There's also an equal amount of fucking people that think eating toenails or their boogers is healthy for them. This does not mean that they are correct. Are you a booger eater or nail biter
I'm a
eater?
nail biter.
See what I'm saying? It's not good for you. It's expelled from your body. You might as well eat your own shit at that point. If you think it's gonna make you better, you might as well just put your hand under your ass and start eating your own fucking shit, dude. Cause like it's not good for you. It's not gonna be good for you, right? Eating your shit's not good for you.
How did we get to eating shit?
You brought us here, dude. And by the way, that brings me up to my next point.
How the
You're a horrible leader. You're a horrible leader. How
I
did
was
we get
never
here?
meant to be a leader.
How do you know?
I'm meant to stir things up.
You're meant to dance, I think.
Dance around the pot, making splashes wherever I see fit.
I know what makes you tick, bro.
What's that?
I think cooking is one of your fucking loves, dude.
Dude, how are we going to cook?
Just like that. Just like that, dude.
Well, dude, I've already talked about cooking on this podcast.
Well, I'm sure you have, dude. Have you talked about it more than Sammy's talked about rapping and...
No, Sam talks about rap all.
Have you done that?
Yeah, what do you talk
Then
about?
you're allowed. Then you're allowed to talk about cooking, dude.
But cooking's my thing. That's my
I actually got a
avenue.
message the other day that said, you guys are the worst rap channel ever. And I said, okay.
We're a rap channel?
I didn't know we were a fucking... So it's showing that we're talking way too much about one topic. So we'll fix that. Don't worry about that. Well, we just like letting people talk about what they want to talk about and seeing what goes from there. You know what I mean? The transmutation, the transmetamorphosis, the
transhumanism?
the transhumanism.
How do you feel about transhumanism?
I feel what that means. Is that my ascension from beyond a human? Or hit me. Tell me what the fuck does it mean, bro?
You're the genius.
You don't
here,
even
man.
fucking know, dude. You don't even know.
I know what transhumanism means. Do you know what it means?
I know what transsexuals mean.
Dude, you can't say that.
Yes, you can, actually. That's the correct term. That's actually a legit term.
But
Transsexuals.
you isolate people by saying that, and
No, I don't, dude.
certain people will be sensitive to that.
No, they won't. You know how I know? Watch this. I do not mean it in that way. Forgive me. See, I asked for forgiveness, and I explained the start of my proponent. So I didn't isolate nobody.
Damn, asking for what if they don't believe in a faith like that?
What kind of godless heathen? What
Most-
kind of godless heathens? Dick swapping, vag swapping. Don't believe in that.
Most of the people that probably watch this.
It's true. Don't isolate the fan base. That's what you should have said. I got you.
Forgive me.
It's alright, it's alright. It happens with most of us. Do you care about that?
What?
Oh, transvestitism? Or is that what it's transvestitism?
When I was growing up and we'd go into the city, you'd usually...
Who's we? For one.
My cousins and I, or
'Cause
my family
I'm
members.
pretty sure you were a lonely kid.
No,
Okay.
actually.
Your best friend was a rock named Hard?
Dwayne.
Dwayne?
The Rock.
Your best friend was Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No, like literally.
That's incredible. You never told me that. Oh, is this where you pretend you can read? I get you. I see you. I caught you doing this once or twice. It's pretty sharp guy.
I pretend to read.
Yeah. For what? Pizza Hut? I'll fucking give you the phone number.
Pizza Hut?
I have Alexa out there,
Holy
dude.
Fuck.
Yo, my Alexa keeps coming on at fucking night, dude. Saying, I'm sorry, what did you say? And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, dude. That fucking fucks with me. Because no one's saying anything.
Alexa?
Yeah. It's like, is some ghost whispering in my fucking Alexa? What are you doing?
Hey, cousin.
What?
I'm on a podcast with my friend right now.
Okay.
And then we're talking about transsexuals and transvestites. What did we call them when we were little kids?
Mahu.
Yeah, that's normal, right?
Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mahu.
That's normal.
Yeah, there's no issue with it.
So it's a common...
Hawaii was always normal. Everybody else wasn't.
No, the mainland wasn't normal.
So is she
I know.
is she from Hawaii?
Yeah, it's my cousin. We're like the same age. She's like my sister when we were little.
You're the same age.
Yeah, I'm
So
actually I'm just like 2 months older than you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Month and a half.
Your birthday just passed, right?
Yeah.
So she lives
So
in...
now you're old.
Yeah, I'm old.
She lives in Hawaii right now.
She used to live in Chicago. Now she lives on the Big Island.
She was on the Big Island of
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that having guys or vice versa,
Yeah, that was normal as kids. Like
that's normal. You just see.
Yeah, I mean, we have those in our family.
Yeah.
It's been a thing that, yeah. When
Is
I
Frank
moved to
one of
Chicago-
them? Is Franklin one of them?
He might be, but it's fine. He's still my cousin.
Yeah, it doesn't like. I feel like the thing is like in the mainland, it was a new concept. Like
Right. And like everybody at stateside, they thght it was. That's not how it's supposed
That's a broad
to be.
generalization.
well, it really is though.
There's a lot of transvestites in the stateside.
It's fine.
Yeah, but you didn't acknowledge it till you're older. You know what I mean?
Well, what's the reason that you'd acknowledge it when you're young?
Honestly, I think it's part of Asian culture.
What, being a transvestite's a part of Asian culture?
Yeah.
It's a big
Yeah.
part.
If you look at the population and statistics, most transsexuals, transvestites are usually Asian.
So are you saying there's more gay Asians than there are gay Caucasians or black men?
Probably. No.
Most likely, I feel the same way.
Yeah. Hey, cuz, sorry for bothering you, but I just needed to bring you into that.
Oh, it's fine. I'm just filling out paperwork for the VA.
That's interesting.
Fuck Veterans Affair.
Right?
Yeah. Alright, cuz, I love you.
Okay, love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
You heard it here, folks, guys. There's more Asian transvestites out there, probably. Now, are we counting the Thai people, like Thailand?
No, like honestly, like when we like go to the city, to us the city was like Honolulu, because we're from the country in Hawaii, which is like oceanside.
Okay, now can you describe what Hawaiian country is to set it apart from people around here, the Appalachians, their idea of
Okay,
country?
mountains, sticks, trucks, hunting, fishing, loose leaf
What do you hunt for in
tobacco.
Hawaii?
Boar, deer.
Is there deer in Hawaii?
Yeah, there's deer in Hawaii.
Are they big deer or are they small deer? Because I can't imagine
Kind of
them
like
getting
more
that
like
big.
antelope. And you exchange the creek and the river for the ocean. But a lot of the country is just agriculture, like farm, pineapple, coffee, sugarcane field, like more conservative.
Okay, now
just-
where you grew up. Paint me a picture of Agent Frank's neighborhood. What if I was going down to visit you?
Okay, when people joke about Hawaii being like
I've never heard a joke about Hawaii.
about you live in like a grass shack or like a hut. So yeah,
That sounds like discrimination.
It
That doesn't
really
sound like
is.
a joke.
So really, just imagine like tin buildings, wooden buildings, like wells. Got to boil water to take a bath. A lot of people are plantation workers. Then you go.
Are they plantation workers?
They were. No.
Or are they working for a company that has crops on a field? Or are they plantation workers?
No,
Choose your words very carefully.
They were called plantation workers. That's why there's Puerto Ricans, there's Korean, Chinese, Filipino.
You have Puerto Ricans in
Spanish.
Hawaii.
Yeah, like a quarter of my family
And
is
Chinese.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, what
Hawaii-
about Japanese?
There's a lot of Japanese. So all these people came to Hawaii because of big ag started, like the sugarcane fields and the pineapple fields, like Dole Corporation, and people came to work the plantation. So, and it was because of the Portuguese, school was implemented in Hawaii, because Portuguese in Hawaii are like Polish to Europeans. They're like the dumb folk, but they wanted educated to learn things.
Did you just call the Polish dumb folk?
You know how people always make Polish jokes? In
Hawaii,
it's
how do
like,
you know my friend Sammy
in Hawaii,
is Polish?
in Hawaii, like Portuguese were the butt of all the jokes. Like Polish people are the butt
My
of
friend
jokes.
Monk, Chad Monk, I think he's partially Polish as well.
But anyway, so that's like the country in Hawaii, and the city would be progressive, tourist spots, like super liberal, this, that.
Were all the islands controlled by individual kings? Or was there just one king, Volcano King 1, and he ruled all of that shit?
Kamehameha
King Kamehameha, yeah.
conquered all the islands.
So wait, he did control all of it?
In the end, he tried to control all of the islands.
Now you just use that word tribe. That insinuates
Because
to
that took a long time to conquer all the islands.
That was way before European and that's what wasn't it?
No, because British cannon sticks, boomstick, helped the way with a lot of the conquering.
So you're saying that he could not...
There's like ancient Hawaiian wars, and there's like post-colonist
Okay,
Hawaiian wars.
did they teach you of the ancient Hawaiian wars?
It's pretty much the timeline isn't that long, like really. Like it was kind of like, no, it is.
So I thought Hawaii was populated a long ass time ago.
It was, but as far as conquering all the islands,
There's a bunch. Do you know how many there are?
main islands?
Sure, hit me.
I'm pretty sure there's 9 main islands.
Now, when you say main, you mean there's a bunch of little islands.
The main chain of islands.
Okay, 9 of the biggest circumference.
So you have like Hawaii, you have Maui, you have Lanai, Koholave.
You don't even
Dude,
know.
I lived stateside forever.
You don't even know?
Maui, Oahu, Molokai.
Molokai from Marvel
Niihau.
Comics, dude.
Molokai is a like island that looks
Like a boner?
one of the islands. Is it Kohola? I can't pronounce it.
Kohola?
Koholave.
I bet it is.
It was just an island the American government tested bombs on. So
Are you allowed there?
No, because it's just an island to drop bombs on.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, technically Hawaii is part of America, correct?
It depends who you ask.
I'm asking you.
I was born in the state of Hawaii.
You were born in the state of Hawaii. Now, is it under the same...
My great like the elders in my family were born in the territory of Hawaii.
Explain.
Well, Americans came and they tricked Queen Liliuokalani.
How dare they? That girl sounds amazing.
Because they needed a place for the
Was she
military.
Was she good looking?
She's a big Hawaiian lady.
And when you say big, you mean like fatty?
Look her up.
Fatty or thick?
She's like a brick house.
What's her name?
They overthrew her. Queen Liliuokalani.
You heard that here, folks. I'll try to get a picture up here.
She looks like she'd eat you.
Oh, really? Big
But yeah, no, like Big Ag and like Dole and all those people and the government, like America, they needed a place to build military. They needed a place for agriculture. They needed a strategic place on the world stage.
Well, I know why Hawaii was there. It's because it was great for the Navy. You can basically send your troops anywhere in the world pretty goddamn quickly. You know what I mean? Hence Pearl Harbor.
But when missionaries came, the missionaries were there first. So it was like the missionaries were sent in first, then the government swooped in once the missionaries like melted minds and just
Christianized the island.
Right. So it was easier to control indigenous people. You ever notice like missionaries go in and like a few years later the government goes in?
Well, they used to wrap it up into one thing. They were called the conquistadors in Spain.
Well,
and that's what they did. They did it all at the same time.
Yeah, they did.
They're like, oh, nope, this guy's not going to believe us. Kill him. This one might. You could live.
Most of the land in Hawaii is owned by the government. A lot of it's military. A lot of it you can't go on. And I feel like we talked about Hawaii on a podcast before.
Not nearly as much as Sam's talked about rap.
You ask people that live in Hawaii, they'll be like, yes, they're Americans, but they're Hawaii first.
Okay, so they view themselves as their own little nation state.
Because it was its own.
You know what that sounds like?
It was its own sovereign kingdom.
Do you know what that sounds like?
They were part of trade routes with Russia and other countries before America was even involved.
Do you know what that sounds like?
The palace had electricity before Washington D.C. had electricity.
Sounds like Alabama for
Like King fucking went and met fucking Edison and learned all about electricity and lit up the Hawaiian Palace.
Oh, for real? That happened like that?
No, like legit. Before like the White House had electricity, the Hawaiian Palace, the Kingdom Palace, had electricity.
Okay, I can believe that. But hear me out though. But he wasn't pissed at the Japanese from attacking his island?
But here, that's what I'm getting at. There's a lot of people that don't understand. If America didn't do this, there would be a Chinese or Japanese. You know what I mean? And
well, yeah, you're gonna get taken over by the biggest power. Yeah.
Right, or like Russia used to have
or
a base.
Or it could have been genocide.
Right. Well, who's to say that's still not happening? It's just the long game.
Hawaii?
It's the long game, man.
I think a lot of people like Hawaiians. I don't think. Why would
I think that's like a tourist state of mind. You go to Hawaii.
I've never been to Hawaii.
I know, but like you're saying, a lot of people like.
I've never heard a bad thing except that no.
Join Hawaii groups, like
no.
Hawaii. I'm sorry, man. Like people are like, oh, white people are racist or you're racist. I'm like, Asians are fucking racist. Islanders are racist.
I believe that because I've heard that, but not from you.
Like,
I've heard that from Cubans and Puerto Ricans.
You're on a fucking island twice the size of Union County. That's the island I'm from, and other islands with like 2+ million people, different cultures. There's gonna be beef.
Yeah, beef is
unavoidable. And most of the beef is towards white people, but
really?
White people still want to go to Hawaii.
Did they start the shit?
What?
Is this white people drunk or something?
No, this is white people being looked at as fucking colonizers stealing land.
They've always been though.
I know, but island people aren't gonna let that go.
Even if they weren't around for any of it.
Right. You got people stateside that let that shit go. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because they're probably out in Cali surfboarding it up, not giving a fuck.
But you're on an island, you're being stripped away from your culture and your land, and you're being forced to move stateside.
Can you smoke weed in Hawaii, legally?
Medically, yeah.
Yeah, it's a medical state?
Yeah, it's a medical state.
Alright, I'll give them that then. That's good. It's a good fuck.
But, I mean, you have people, it's a meth cap. It's the middle of the Pacific.
Now it is.
I think it's been that way since...
After Vietnam?
Maybe.
Or pre-Vietnam?
Who really knows, because, like...
So I heard it turned to shit after Vietnam, because they have all those stations, and a lot of those guys would go to Hawaii to train.
Yeah.
To go to Vietnam.
Right, because it's jungle-like island,
yeah,
and a lot of the drugs came in. And China and other countries would bring drugs in and make money off American soldiers, and that just, like, trickled into local, like, economy and communities.
How do you feel about, you just mentioned the Chinese and those guys, how do you feel about what they just said? They've had their lowest economic report this year than they've had in the last 20 years.
Explain that to me.
What do you mean? They've made less money, their economy's made less money in exports and imports than they ever had in the last 20 years.
Do you think they're saying that because of all the sanctions that have been placed on them in the past few years?
Well, I would hope, because that's the point of the sanction.
Right.
Is to bar you from fucking your economic trade, so you try to work with us, we don't fight.
But they're never going to work with us.
Why?
Because the dragon is the most long-standing...
Fuck that.
But they are.
Who the fuck's the dragon?
The only people that destroy the dragon is the dragon itself. What outsiders have ever, like, physically waged, like, super concentrated war on the dragon?
Quit saying the fucking dragon, for one, dude. He's not the fucking dragon.
China is the dragon, and Russia's the bear, and we're the bald fucking eagle.
And we're the eagle.
And we both have...
We have
the bear, and we have the dragon in the talons of the eagle.
But we have bears? Those fucking... do they even have bears
in
over
Russia?
There?
Russia is the bear, China is the dragon, and we're a fucking...
This dragons aren't even fucking real, though. Like, not even real things.
Samurai believed in dragons. Trivial Pursuit. Wow, people on this believed in dragons. All these books over here believed in dragons.
Belief and existence are two separate things. Bro, it's because you believe something doesn't mean it's fucking real. But
I believe in you.
Aw, but I'm not real. I'm not even here right now. You're literally talking to yourself in an empty room in
That is my fucking
in an
line,
empty
bro.
house.
No,
dude.
I'm actually in a chamber of sleep being transported across the universe.
I am a figment, and like, if I had a good friend, what would he be like?
Bro, my intro is the figment of your imagination. You can't steal my shit from me,
dude,
bro.
Your fucking intro used to be the flying shinobi can of spam, dude.
Pineapple Man.
Pineapple Man, yeah.
You know why Hawaiians love spam?
Because you told me this. Because they fed it to them
during World War II.
right? As a
Yeah.
way to stop starvation, or
Right.
something like that.
Yes.
Now, is that true?
Look it
Hummel
up.
did that for your people?
No, the military
The
did.
military. But did Hummel make it?
Yeah, they made it, but it's distributed by the military.
Man, I'm
High
surprised you guys
sodium
don't worship
content? What?
that. Hummel.
Hormel?
Hummel. The company that
I thought it
made.
was Hormel.
I thought it was Hummel.
Hormel.
Hommell, right?
Homer.
Now you're thinking of OSCAR.
Meyer.
Oh my god, Mandela effect just about hit me, dude.
What?
Because I was about to spell it different. You spelled it M.
Dude, you're getting pale.
I am getting pale because I'm a goat time.
You're like losing your black.
What? I can't lose my
Do you
black.
still look in the mirror thinking you're white?
No, I'm still black. No, I still got some of my blackness, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's what Cassie said. I'm just not down there.
Is that so?
That's what you said.
Okay. No, dude. Hawaii seems like a great place. How often? You haven't been back there in a while, though.
2018. A lot of homeless, a lot of meth.
When you plan to go back?
I don't know, man. Don't know.
That means you don't plan to go back.
Not anytime soon.
Is it that bad?
At least before my father dies, I'd like to see him one more time.
How old's your father?
How old is he? Mid 50s? Late 50s?
At that age, you can't play around with time. Time is not your fucking toy to play with, Frank. You need to go see your father as soon as you possibly can.
But anyways, we were talking about transvestites and we went all through
Anyway.
all of that.
They're all connected. It's like 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, dude. But we only went off to the 3rd degree, I think. I don't think we
Well,
even
what
went
I was
too
getting
far.
at is like transsexuals and transvestites were normal to me as a kid. Like you'd see a mahu and you'd be like, hey. You wouldn't be like, ugh, disgusting person.
That's like how white people are here in America. They see that, they're like, that's gross, or you
Right,
God,
and like
or-
I've been used to that stuff since I was a little kid. Like to me, that shit was normalized for me a long time ago. You know what I mean? And
So
like,
you don't even fucking think about it.
no, like why should I care? They're doing me no harm, or doing no harm to me, no harm to my kids.
You're kind of like a Superman to the transvestite community. Think about it.
Why is that?
'Cause you're defending them. You've been defending them your entire life.
Is not acknowledging something defending something?
Yeah.
Like acknowledging and accepting, is that really defending something? That's like being middle of the road and being a moderate.
What about indifferent? Those two.
While we're talking about that, I care less what people do or what they believe in, so long it's not pushed upon me.
I can agree with that.
I'm Kenny Fresno, and this is a millennial. A lot of people think millennials have no hope, but I disagree. See, my buddy here's going to college. He's majoring in Snapchat and minoring in vaping. See, this particular millennial always has his earbuds in so he can drown out the sounds of his parents telling him to get a haircut. Relax, bro, you're being a good sport. And speaking of sports, how many participation trophies do you have? See, back before bullying was a federal offense, this is how people from my generation would convey their friendship for one another. By making fun of them. Bro, you are so fucking skinny, I bet you gotta run around the shower just to get fucking wet. You kinda look like a Q-tip if someone used it on their butthole. See, this means I like you. Now don't go shooting up a school or anything.
It's the V fucking A, man.
I don't think anyone trusts the government.
I do.
Some people.
America.
They're very naive.
America.
And all complete.
You're gonna have to edit.
What do you mean?
I like did a Z.
You did a Zeke Hyde thing?
Yeah.
Fuck, Frank.
I meant to salute.
That's what you did then. You saluted. How do you confuse the two?
It's normal. I live stateside.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
If anyone watched that.
You really have to cut that.
Yeah, if anyone watched that. We're not Nazis here, dude. There used to be Nazis here, but they're dead now. They're gone.
Nazi kids, right? That's what your one intro was the one day?
Yeah.
You cut that out, though.
Yeah, I think I did. They're gone. No, can't have Nazism. Can't have any of that crap, dude. Nazis aren't cool. They're racist. But we're not here to be your fucking social construct teachers. We're just here to be
We're not here to be their moral compass.
their moral compass. Yeah. We're here to show you what not to grow up to be. Or what, like, I don't know, what would you say, dude?
About what?
About us, because, like, I don't know. I think we're like a hangout. We're like an hour hangout for you. Like, the older episodes, 3-hour hangout. You must be real alone. New ones are gonna be a lot shorter, so you can just watch it and chill and, like, hear about new shit that fucking happened, dude.
We should, see what new shit's going on in the world.
Hit us. So look it up, man. Look it up. I've already mentioned about the Georgia Guidestones. Wait, and what did you say about that?
The 500 million? Oh man, we're in a place in stateside that has bad internet, so...
Oh, that's right. You don't have your own internet?
That's what I'm on. You got bad reception in this
Oh,
building.
yeah. Back here, underground, 300 feet, in the steel bunker. Not the best internet access.
What I get, Europe is burning, which I mentioned earlier. America's...
You guys from Europe, is it burning? You tell us.
America's creating a missile defense system for ICBMs.
I've seen that. Let's talk about that for a second. Did you see anything about that? Did you see what they're using the same technology they were kind of
Using in Europe?
Yeah, in World War II.
Right, but I already thought we had that here.
That's what I thought. And I thought we ruled that it was insufficient to do what we intended to do.
Right, but now...
Now it's different?
That goes back to what I was telling you earlier about Russia and China. The thing's getting real. Why else would they want to re-implement that? The Cold War never left.
It never stopped.
Right, now you have news pop...
So why are these people on Putin's dick like he didn't do all these Americans like, this Putin, it's a Democrat liberal thing? I mean, I don't care if you're a Democrat,
That's
liberal,
what they want
or
you-
Republican.
No, that's what...
Russia's never been our fucking friend ever.
That's the thing, bud. It's a big ruse. It's a giant show. Like all wars, they're giant shows.
Not all wars. I believe some wars they're all fought for a reason. Usually land or being like our money.
Okay, the Revolutionary War, that was different.
That's freedom.
But
Imagine
all
how many
these
people
other wars, it's about resources. It's about
that's
control.
all war. That's
Right.
all war. Is
Right.
resource.
That's what I mean. It's a big money grab. That's how you stimulate the world. You kill off population. You get resource. Less population, more resource.
To use and sell, yeah.
You
Well,
know
if
what I
you
mean?
genocide a whole people, it doesn't benefit anybody, really.
It benefits those in control.
How so?
Because that's more resource.
Yeah, but then you make enemies for every one of them you kill. So you have one
But
enemy
it's
for
easier to
every...
control because there's less people to manage.
Yeah, but...
It's like a midget.
What
It's
use
just
does
a
that
midget.
control when you're so busy killing your own people that you could be recruiting to fight for your cause that you're not?
But you're using more resources if you have more people to recruit for your cause.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, dude. I don't know.
We have to, we're not gonna come to an agreement on there. You know, there's different variations of how that can be achieved.
Absolutely.
And that's why we're sitting
That's
in the
why I
room
think-
with an hour episode and not controlling the fucking world. You know what I mean?
Well, also, like that's why a lot of countries, as fucked up as they are, they look down on genocide. That's like exterminating a class, race, area of people just for the purpose of removing it. And that's not an easy task. To do that and to hide it, because that's a war crime.
What, Russia did it?
Did they?
Come on, look how many.
You can't
not
prove it.
under Stalinism. Look how many people died. More people died under Stalin than more people
You
died.
mean
in
the communist regime at its height?
Right,
Yeah,
and
then
more-
they blame communism. They don't blame Stalin for it. They blame.
But I'm saying like within like Stalin's reign. You know what I mean? But more people died in that under a certain genocide versus people that died in the Holocaust. I'm sorry.
Cambodia lost millions of people.
Right, even in Asia,
No one even knows what that was about. What do you mean Cambodia lost millions? They don't even know what it's about. That is
So like
genocide.
that's something like I wish we could talk about, but we can't talk about that. Why one amount of death is worth and more meaningful
Then
than
another amount
which like
of different people.
doubled, even quadrupled the amount. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We don't talk about that.
We don't because
We don't talk about the amount of indigenous tribes that supposedly killed themselves in the
Believe-
Americas.
Believe me, Agent Frank, I would if I knew more about the subject.
But-
The only thing that keeps my tongue pinned is I don't like to go off on shit that I don't know about. I'm surrounded by books of ghosts, magic, fucking all this other shit. You talk about that to me, damn, we have a combo.
I know, but we can't have that convo because there's a small group that denies us to have that convo.
Yeah, but
That sucks.
it does suck. But I would like to know more about what is the
But the term used for those wasn't genocide. It's a form of genocide when the government does it to its own people.
Are you saying it's a different word? Because that's still genocide.
Yeah, but it's worded different. It's not genocide. It's the word used when the government kills its own people. So genocide is groups from another place, like somebody else's people.
Okay, I thought genocide was just the extermination of a race or culture based on region and ethnicity.
Right, it is. But when the government, like a country's government does that, it's deemed a different term.
I have to look into it. And that's the only reason I don't speak more. I know a lot of people say
and that's why people can get away with saying, oh, that's not genocide, because it was really that.
Right. I get it. I get the premise that you're setting before me. I just don't understand the logic in killing people. Like if I were like a world takeover dude, like we're in a comic book, right, and I'm like a dude, I'd be like, yo, you can join me or die. And genocide, you don't have that option. You die. You're over here, you die.
China's doing genocide with what the
They've been
Muslim or Christian
North Korea
group
does it all the time. They actively participate in-house. They kill their own people. They accuse them all of being traitors. Democide?
Yeah.
Democide. That's fucking nuts. Why would you want to kill your own people? I get it. Like people say Putin will never...
democide is the range of deaths including forced labor, concentration camp victims, killing by mercenaries, unofficial private group, extrajudicial summary killings.
You don't know
mass
vowels.
deaths due to governmental act. Famines are considered democide. Like, these are all killings.
No, okay. Democide, then, if famines are considered democide, then it doesn't involve, like, political structure. That just means there's no food, you die.
But the government controls the food.
That'd be like communist. That'd be the only way that happens is if you're in a communist party.
People don't create famines.
I think people do create famines.
Well, I'm like the normal person does not just create a famine.
Good sir, they do.
How are you and I going to create a famine if we don't have
not me and you?
control
We're dipshits.
Control the supply chain. That's a government that controls food.
But if we were higher up on that hierarchy and we control it in a large scale, the import and export of these products and what they rely upon to eat, you know what I mean? What if a region, they basically gutter their whole region to make rubber? You ever see the rubber trade? If you're making rubber, the whole area is fuck. You know, you're fucking... That's like people are like, yo, fracking gas is safe or all this other shit. It is not. You go look at it.
I stand corrected, Internet. Democide is the extended term that includes forms of government murder not covered by genocide.
Okay, so it's
still genocide, but it's just a nicer way of saying it. Yes.
Yeah.
So you say democide, not genocide.
Huh. All I know is it's still fucked.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a fucked notion. And these are all options in our political environment now, though. We live in 2022.
The ghettos, death in the ghettos, death by drug wars.
Now the ghettos might be a whole different.
But that's like systematic conditioning. Abortion would be considered democide, not genocide.
Me and my wife got in an argument about this, right? Okay, about the whole ghetto thing. Okay, you're in the ghetto. People say, and chime in, guys, with your own comments below. If you disagree, we'll touch on it again or whatever.
Touch it.
She said most of them are products of their environment, right?
It's easy for her to say that.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, yeah. It's easy to say that. Now, what about people that, if you hate that environment, why don't you try to escape?
Because you're chain and shack?
No, but you're not. No, you're not. A 14-year-old fucking American boy is not chain and shack with shit in Chicago.
No. How do you escape that, dude? Because the 14-year-old...
You walk out of Chicago.
Yeah, but listen. The 14-year-old kid from the ghetto escapes the city, escapes Chicagoland, right? Then you see him in rural, like the country areas, right?
Sure.
Dude, he's gonna have more problems than when he was in the city.
Is he, though? What do you mean? Racism? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And that kind of shit? Yeah, but if he hates that environment so goddamn much, if I didn't want to be here, I'll tell you that. I'm not the biggest, strongest, most intellectual dude in the world. If I didn't want to be here, I would not be here. It's not that hard to run away from home.
It's easier for you to do that, though.
Because I'm white?
Yeah. It really is.
Okay, what if I was in Africa? Do you think I would not do the same thing that I'm saying I want?
Africa's different than America.
If I'm going to do the same thing, I'm in an area.
Okay,
that
say
I
you're
don't
in
want.
Johannesburg, South Africa,
That's a white person area.
but you're the black kid in the ghetto, right?
Okay, yeah, but I'm not talking about if I was. I'm talking about what I could do to help me in those
But
circumstances.
that goes back to the whole thing. It's easier to say that.
Yeah, I've ran away from home like at least 6 times, and I had a great home life, and I still got away. I got pretty far, too. Now, if I was damn near 14 and doing it, I'm willing to bet I could get real far fuck away.
Flash Attack Jack. You grew up in Queensbridge.
Okay, I had friends from Queensbridge. What
Yeah,
about
you grew up in those projects.
Okay. No, I didn't, but...
No, I'm saying-
yeah, you're being metaphor. Yeah.
You grew up in those apartments to late 70s, early 80s. You gonna run away to the country?
Okay, early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. And all my friends are dying, and I know that...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out. Later.
Yeah. But that's you.
Even if I have to make one drug deal to buy the bus ticket, I'm still out.
But
I'm still out.
But you like...
I'll go to a halfway shelter in Idaho, wherever that bus stops. I'm out of that area.
You think that homeless shelter is gonna take you though in Idaho at that time?
I don't know. I'll keep trying, and
I
if
know.
not,
But
I'll
see,
fucking.
that's where it's at. The people of that time, like,
It can't be that time because it still goes on today.
but it's less. It's not as bad as it was back then. The world's
With the
changed.
racism part, maybe,
But
depending
like,
and location.
it's like literally choosing to be stabbed in the throat or stabbed in the heart.
Are you religious?
Fuck.
Are you religious?
I don't know.
Did you ever hear that term? The Lord helps those that help themselves.
Yes, preacher.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You've heard of that.
Yeah.
Correct? So people sit there and pray all day in their cells, but they're living in cells with a wide open door. And I don't think you can leave a prison system if you're really trying to keep people stuck in one area. You can't have open door because some of them
That's where they're.
some of them are gonna go because they know they can.
That's where they have people. They clip the wings in the person's mind, right?
I'm just telling you my point of view.
Yeah, like you would do it, but I'm trying to look at it from where they're at.
And I'm not a badass. Like I said, I'm not a badass.
I know, but
If I didn't like it though, I wouldn't fucking do it. If like every day you came in and punched me in the face, Frank, and I said, dude, Frank, stop punching me in the face every day that you see me. Okay, 2 things are gonna happen. I'm gonna make it impossible for you to ever punch me in the face again, or I will not come to the place that you always see me to punch me in the face. I would have removed myself entirely from that fucking thing.
But I'm of like the fucking mentality that it's much easier to say you're gonna do something than act on it. Like,
Well, it is easier. It is easier.
Say you grow up in the projects, right? From a young age, your wings were already clipped. Like you have.
See, now what do you mean by that, dude?
Like,
Because you grow up. I know some smart fucking dudes that
no,
come
no,
from
no,
that
but-
project.
yeah,
And all their friends are dumb as shit.
right.
So why the fuck are they
right?
smart?
Right, but those smart dudes are like 1 in like 50 people.
Well, maybe only 1 in 50 get a chance to get the fuck out then. Maybe that's Mother Nature's way of saying
And
this
maybe
isn't
you're
right.
that 1 in 50 person. Everyone else is scared.
Now, I know a lot of people like me that fucking run away. They won't tolerate. I was taught this mentality, I feel.
You were, but they weren't taught that mentality. That's that whole generational mindset.
So
you
you
can
believe
apply that- you
they're
can-
doomed? You believe they're just fucking doomed because of
Yeah,
where they're
I think
at?
they're doomed if they're not gonna do anything or have the means to help themselves.
But they always have the means to do it. Move. You have 2 legs. Go.
But you're raised in an environment where you're so codependent on your surroundings. You like view things differently. For those that do break out, imagine how hard it was for them to break out. Imagine all the sacrifices.
For every fucking necklace I see on all these gangbangers or people products of the hood, 100K, 20K. Do you know how far that one necklace will get you just across state line? You could have removed this whole thing with a bigger jump off than most people would ever have.
Right. But do they want that jump off?
Exactly. So if they choose to stay,
Because
They are not a
when
product.
they're staying, it's usually not for themselves. It's for those that they love.
maybe the best thing to do for those you love is to remove yourself before you become a fucking hindrance to them.
Right, but they don't know how to do that because I say that's a codependency. They're dependent on those needs as much as those people need them, as much as they hate the environment they live in. That's all they know.
Yeah, but
Prime example, Hawaii.
if you say so, man. Why is
You know
Hawaii?
how
Why is Hawaii a tourist destination? You don't see people taking vacations to Compton, but you see people taking vacations to Hawaii.
Because Hawaii was branded a tourist spot when Dole and the wars and all that happened. Oh, it's destination paradise.
Yeah, I think a lot of that had to do with travel companies trying to get people in the 40s back to Hawaii, because I think a lot of people were afraid about Hawaii when they realized the Japanese could inevitably bomb it whenever they wanted
They
to.
still could. They just had a missile threat like, what, 5-6 years ago?
Yeah, but I don't think Japan has that same mentality
No, it was
anymore.
Korea.
Japan, like during that time, Japan, keep in mind, was very afraid of westernization. In fact, they were blockaded off for 40, 50 years.
You know, most of the
You weren't allowed to have technology.
most of
from
the
us.
tourist spots in Hawaii are owned by like Japanese and Chinese. That money goes
Really?
back to Japan and China, not so much America.
Well, America, Japan, and Chinese, none of them deserve it. Wouldn't that be to the Hawaiian people?
You would think so.
That's how I would do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying
their
a lot of
culture.
people there, they fucking hate Hawaii.
My main thing
This
was,
your place here. You want to know how much this would cost in Hawaii?
I can tell how much it costs now. I just had an appraisal. I spent half a K for it.
Okay, the size of this place with your yard and your driveway and your garage and shit, probably close to $1 million in Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even close here, dude. Not even close.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So imagine how hard it is for.
Oh yeah, but
You
I
know,
want to come.
you know how much like a gallon of milk costs in Hawaii? I think it was like $16.
Yeah, but bro, that's different. Like me, I've had a lot of help. I've been through a lot of shit. I've had a lot of good things happen for me that I've utilized. I'm not in Compton. I'm not in the ghetto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I get where your stance was. Where was the wife?
Is there any wives in general? Because most.
No,
of
I
them
said your wife. About the conversation we'd have. Where was she standing? You said you got in an argument with her about
It
it.
was more allotted to your mindset.
Right.
You know what I mean? She was thinking that like they can't. There's no other option. That's how their mentality is.
Exactly.
But I don't
But
believe that.
you don't believe that because you've never been a product of it.
I've never been but I've been exposed to it probably more than anybody else I've ever.
But you
fucking
can't,
known.
exposure or not, you can't compare your...
I see a lot of
I
people.
know, but you can't compare your life, your situation, compared to the people you know versus the majority in it.
True, but I've seen more.
But I think that's what you're trying to do.
I've seen more people think that it's
Do you,
cool.
okay, wait,
saying-
I'm going to cut you off.
All right.
Do you think they have their deck stacked against them or not?
The people in the project. Yeah.
Then why do you battle it, saying,
You could still win a game of poker even if you're playing a cheater. You could still win.
but what's the odds of you winning against them?
Maybe not be much, but at least you played.
So they're playing it safe by staying in what they know.
No, that's cowardice. If
Do you
if you play it face as
Do
if you
you
play it
think they're?
safe.
Do you think they're taught anything greater than that?
I've known some fucking hardcore badass fucking dudes that told me the moment they could get the fuck out, they got the fuck out.
Yeah,
Because they knew
but
that they're not gonna live long
but
with what
they
they got.
tell you what they fucking sacrificed.
Oh, it's everyone sacrifices. No, you don't gain nothing on this planet unless someone hurts. Nothing is free.
Yeah, I know. So
For
imagine
every moment of joy you have,
I know.
someone has.
So imagine the sacrifice their freedom cost.
What do you mean by that, though?
They leave family. They leave friends behind.
What's
They
more
leave
important,
every-
the continuation of your family line, and I'm sure if you had a dad or whatever, that's probably what he would want most, the continuation of your house, your family, or the stagnant fucking slow decline and fucking just dismalness that leads up to the destruction of everything you've known to love simply because you're afraid to step out the box.
Comfort and security, bro. That's what most of those people in those situations, they're gonna choose the comfort, the security, and just dismal, upset life.
It's got a lot deeper than I ever expected. If you guys have any input on this, feel free to fucking.
Because I feel like anyone could be like, yeah, I'm gonna escape this. I fucking hate it. But then that's where your heart is.
It's like in Europe, okay, not to cut you off, but you cut me off, so I got one.
Yeah.
That's why, in Europe, if you fucking try to escape from jail, that's not a charge. You can't get charged. Like in America, you try to break away from prison, that's a charge. You try to escape.
Well, because
And
prisons are privatized.
Well, yeah, basically everywhere now. But in Europe, they recognize that it is an innate internal mechanism of human beings to escape confinement. So if they do not try to escape, then they really do not feel that they are confined or under that order.
Or they're guilty.
And/or.
Yeah.
But you can't blame them for wanting out.
No, I'm
because
not.
no human
Yeah.
is going to be in a situation that... I don't care if I killed 8 fucking dudes. If I killed 8 dudes, I'm like, yo, put me on death row tomorrow. And someone's like, I can get you out of here. Bing! That light's going on. And anyone that wants to escape any bad situation, that light goes on. That's light. That's fucking light.
Yeah, but you killed 8 people, you're in prison, you're on death row.
I may not be a good guy.
You're on death row, right? So the only people you have in prison with you is you. In the projects, those people have a whole
I was general.
Yeah, but I'm still saying, man.
It could be any kind of circumstance.
But
the moment that you can get out, you're probably gonna do it, dude. You're on a chain gang in the fucking 1870s.
I feel a lot of people are gonna try to get out, but for the same amount of people
in
trying
America,
to get out,
they shoot you with a shotgun. In Europe, they'd be like, "We'll find them eventually."
Right there, you go, America. Americans are great at making excuses for not bettering themselves.
Yes, they are. They're the greatest at everything they do. They're the greatest at bitching. They're the greatest at crying. They're the greatest at being liars and accusing others of liars.
You're putting the magnifying glass on all those sad situations of people hating places they're from and not doing anything.
Well, only if they come back and bitch about it and accuse that of the reasons of their action. Now you can man up and take responsibility for your actions. Like, yeah, I killed 8 fucking people. Why'd you do that, Franklin? You like, I hate the smell of their blood in their body. You're just a psychopath. Okay, at least now we know, and I escaped and I ain't never going back. We know, because that's what you fucking want to do. Now if I said, why'd you kill those 8 people, Franklin? And you're like, man, it's just so rough out here. That's not a fucking thing to me. Well, why didn't you leave there, Bologna? I just couldn't go nowhere. Are you in a cage? They had you in a cage, Franklin. Metaphorically, I guess you're not gonna go fucking far, dude.
A lot of people in those situations or those places are in mental prisons.
That's all it is, a mental prison. Yeah, and that's their problem.
I know that's their problem. You can't fault them, though.
I think you can. I think you can fault stupidity. With the access of intelligence around you, and this day and age, Frank, really? I cannot know shit. Pick up a little square device and know everything I want to know about it. Like that.
Still, man. I think we're trying to make this easier than it sounds. I still think it'd be much harder. I stand with Kay.
Well, you're more than welcome to feel it, but I just disagree. I agree if you really wanted out of it, you would be out of it.
Yeah, but it's easier for people to make excuses and be stuck.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it right.
We're not.
It doesn't justify it either.
We're not saying it's right or wrong.
No, but that's a way to justify it. That's a way to say it. What do you expect, Kyle? That's where they grew up. What do you expect?
What do you expect?
I expect better. If you're,
I expect those people being products of their environment.
So you just expect all of them.
And the train of truth went on for both of us, so we're both in the right.
I didn't even hear it, but I'm glad you did. So what?
So we're both right in our own accord.
Weird.
Because there's no right or wrong answer to that, man.
There's gotta be. There's always a 1 or 0, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's always a 1 or 0. Everyone thinks they're so complicated, but it's not.
If this system was so binary with 1s and 0s, everything
is binary.
I know, but you need everyone to know and accept that. Then it'll make it all easy.
I don't need them to accept shit. I need to know that that's what it is and that's what works. I need to know 2 + 2 is 4. I don't need Dave, Jennifer, and Caitlin saying, nope, it's 5. I don't need that, because I know 2 + 2 is 4. It's a
2 of what plus 2 of what?
I mean, the whole binary form.
But you could have 2 of 4s, and that would be 8, and 2 of that would be 16, so it's more than...
Are we talking about that, though? No, we're not. But everything in the world's 1s and 0s, Frank. You know that. You know that, bro.
And I'm a 0, and you're a 1.
We could both be 0s. We could both be 1s.
You're not a fucking 0.
You're not 0 either.
I'm a 0.
How do you know you're not a 0-1 or 0-1-1?
I'm an unsung 0.
How do you know you're not a 1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1?
1-1-1-1-1-1-1.
How do you know you're not 65 pages of 1s? Yeah, alright. Look who made this racist. This guy. No, but that's a pretty deep fucking comedy. That's a deep topic, man. That's like, who do you escape? Do you stay? Who's to blame for the lack of escaping and the prominent of staying?
Those creating options and those that forged the deck.
But their only option to me, is to escape. You see what I'm saying? That's the only option. If you're saying I'm 100% gonna die or fail, if I stay, then I have to escape. And if I choose not to escape, then there's a 100% chance I'm gonna die or fail.
If it's that easy, you should write a book and tell people how to escape mental prisons.
I can't tell anyone how to do it.
Yeah.
But I like your wording. It is a mental prison.
It really is. All of this is mental prisons. You having a shitty day? It's a mental prison. You wake up in a shitty mood. You commit like social suicide. It's a shitty day.
Yeah,
it's a mental
take
prison.
that out on people around you. Maybe the people that care about you. Maybe the people that.
But you shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
But
they don't
we as people in today's age are conditioned to treat people like that.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. We live in a fear, anxiety-based world.
I don't live in fear. I live in a world of questions. I live in a world of questions that I'll never get the answer to.
Do you know why you live in a world of questions?
Why is that?
I
doubt everything.
So you're seeking an answer for.
Yeah, but sometimes I get an answer. Sometimes
Therefore,
I get
you
one.
fear the lack of truth. You fear the lack of information. That's why you're always seeking it.
Perhaps, but that's not a bad characteristic. I don't feel.
No, but it's still fear.
Yeah, well, I don't think anything goes without fear. Because I fear opening up that can of beer. Because I know my goddamn hand will probably break if I do it. Hence, I don't.
Ouch! Can't open
Hence why I don't do it. Yo, don't fuck up my beer, bro.
I can't open this, bro.
Get my knife.
My hands are weak.
See what I'm saying? What are you trying to say? You trying to use that as a parlay? Don't keep snapping that, dude. You will make it fucking fight. Fuck. Frankly, gonna make my beer if I do it. It's gonna be war. It's gonna be civil war, like in Marvel Comics. Except instead of Tony Hawk so Tony Hawk and Captain America, me and Frank.
Here you go, I opened it.
Thank you, sir. But we've been talking long enough.
Yeah.
You've been gay long enough, right? Haven't you been?
I guess so.
Is there anything else that you would look? I fucking knew you were gonna do that.
I tried to open it, dude.
Yeah, because you kept flicking the fucking tab. This motherfucker flicked the beer tab 5 times and wonders why it doesn't fucking open, dude. He just set me up, dude. He just booby trapped me, didn't you? You didn't even try to open it, did you?
Well, you opened it.
Yeah, now.
Did you do that with your bare hands?
Yeah, with my middle finger.
See, you escaped that mental prison of yours of believing you couldn't do
Yeah, I
things
saw the
like
mental
that.
prison when you fucking bleed out of your fucking hands,
But
bro.
you were capable of doing that, right?
I'm capable of doing it all the
You wanted
time.
it bad enough. You wanted it opened, right?
I'm capable of doing
But
that.
you wanted it bad enough that you opened it, right?
You open
So
most. You open most.
you
of
can
it.
do anything, man. You
This
want-
fucking guy. Fucking Professor X, dude. Professor Franklin X, dude.
See what I did there?
You were fucking Professor X.
But you didn't want to open.
No,
Because your excuse is excruciating pain.
because that's what happens.
Right. So
And now my finger hurts.
what I'm saying, those people escaping the projects, they're gonna go through some excruciating.
Are you using?
Yes, I
Okay.
fucking am.
As a metaphor
Yes,
for
I am.
This fucking guy, dude. He's delving deep into the metaphorical mindset. Interesting. Who do you guys? What do you guys think about? Have you listened?
Most of our demographic is white, so they're gonna say they can easily.
I don't know if that's true.
Get it on the YouTube shit, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of it doesn't tell you the demographic of color.
It
tells
should.
your region, but I don't
should.
think it'll tell you the color. I can see if they're from Hawaii, but how many people are from Hawaii? What are they? I don't know. I do not know. And for you guys wondering why there's so many episodes, well, I don't want to say that yet, but we're cutting down. There's going to be hour-long podcast episodes until people start being more active and shit like that. Also, I'll be releasing Crypto Creeps Creature Corner. Check that out. I'll have guests on that too. That's where we'll talk about just like mythological creatures.
Dude, I love mythological creatures.
You'll probably see this guy on it if you talk. That'd be great. I'll just talk about like it could be vampires one day or goblins and gnomes or.
I look like that one Hollywood actor that's black with the weird eye.
Who? Who the fuck are you? You look like Brad Pitt to me, bro.
Gracias por unirte en nosotros.
Yeah, if you want to see the rest of the episodes, www.agentsofcalamity.com. Join the Facebook group today.
We stand with you, R. Kelly.
Find us on Instagram at AOC_operatives. On Twitter at AOC operative. Frank stands with you, R. Kelly. Didn't he just get like 30 years, 35 years for sex trafficking?
He's sex Fuck you, R. Kelly. You sound like a fucking politician trafficking sex.
Dude, no politician would ever say.
Dude, Trump's first wife died.
I heard that too.
Product of Epstein.
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence. Let's go, Pelosi. Fuck you, Brandon.
I don't know who this Brandon guy is, but I hope he wins that race.
Thanks for joining us this week.
Frank, are you coming over next week? What's next week's stuff?
Mythological creatures.
No, that's the other show.
Talk about mythological fucking creatures. That's what you're here. I'm on the Talk About Hawaii show. Aloha, motherfuckers. It's the flying can of spam, pineapple man, smoking the pakalolo, eating the musubi.